Leave the cat out. Hello everyone. So the month of February. I think it's a good idea to have like one video at least a month. So I'm gonna do like a wrap up of every month. And it's also nice for me maybe for the future if as a reference I can look back and say, oh, what I did February 2025. And the ones that have seen the past videos, well, I'm gonna just touch a little bit on the things that I did throughout the month. But it ended up to be cold. It was really freezing cold at night. We didn't have any snow. During the day, most of the days, gray, ugly, rain. Not hard rain, but drizzles. I started to work a little bit on some ideas that I had for a shoe rack and maybe a bedside table. And then clothes rack, and I ended up spending all the month building 21 pieces of furniture. They all found a place, so nothing is lost. I guess we can call it apartments 2.0 because now they are upgraded. Skirting boards. Oh, terrible work, but it looks like finished, you know. It's something that if you don't do it at a certain point, you don't see it anymore and you leave it behind. So it's done. I say enjoy the video or not. See you back next week. Or maybe not. Oh, no. So it all started out with an idea to make a shoe rack. Now I'm using pine wood and I have to cut it up, those boards, 15 centimeters. I don't know how many pieces I cut throughout the month, but a lot. So I didn't have another space to work, set up a temporary workshop in this room where I also have a wood stove. And I think that after the initial phase, trying, prototyping, I kind of liked the concept. And next up, I thought, okay, you know what? Bedside tables. I need couples every time. So 2 bedside tables for each room. So I ended up building myself 2. I have to say that during this period, the first thing I noticed is that sanding down all those pieces, that's a lot of work. So I was going to buy myself a planer and thicknesser. And that's when I actually met up with a friend who had one in his garage. And I was like, all right, looks like a good one. I buy myself that one. Result, pretty nice. And the good thing is that they're still in use. Although I have to say, bedside tables, I do like the idea of having like a drawer. That was the end of the first week. Well, the planer that I ordered arrived really fast. And having the new machine, I thought, you know what? Maybe I can try to build myself a clothes rack. Of course, everything I build, I need at least 2 pieces. You start to develop the first prototype, which is thinking, measuring, how can you do it? It has to fit in which room. You have to think about the width you have in each room. And I ended up building the first one. Well, it took a couple of days, but then the second one is a lot faster. The thing that I underestimated was varnishing everything. That takes a lot of time because it needs to dry. So sometimes I just left the wood stove on in the night, or I just put a little bit of extra wood to have it dry within, I don't know, maybe 12 to 15 hours. The next day I could bring it outside if it was sunny and dry, which it wasn't most of the time. And having done the 2 of them, I had a couple of drawers left. Now the bedside tables with a drawer, I think they look much better. I never wanted to attach the drawers to the wall or the bedside tables because I have box spring beds which can be separated from each other. So when you have a group, two people can sleep in a room with the bedside tables in between instead of on the side. I think it was not bad. 4 of them. End of the second week. Well, the third week, I needed another 6 bedside tables, and it was very difficult to find a drawer, not too wide, not more than 34, 35 centimeters. I did find something, and I figured, okay, well, I can do with that one for now. In the future, I might be able to build them myself, the drawers, but for now, these ones have to do. Of course, you have to build a prototype first, and after that, I embarked on my most ambitious project, because I have 2 apartments for 2 persons, and I didn't want to make a clothes rack on the side of the bed. Instead, I needed one bigger one, maybe 160 centimeters long. And I also thought about the design, which I want to change a little bit. Definitely not a simple project. Definitely not an easy project, but during the past 2 weeks, I kind of got a way around how to work the wood, etc., etc. So it became more like a production process, and it took me a couple of days to put it together. But the result, wow, I love it. Varnishing, that was again a very, very big issue here. And in one of the comments, somebody suggested to maybe varnish the pieces separate. And I thought, okay, I'll keep that in mind for next week. Because this varnishing, one coat, it almost took me a day. And by the end of the third week, I figured, okay, so I need 5 more bedside tables. I need 1 more shoe rack. I need another double clothes rack. I need 2 other clothes racks for another room and a smaller one for yet another room. Quite a lot. So where do you start? Well, I figured I need 6 bedside tables, so let's do those first. Made some adjustments to the prototype when building the second one, and I ended up building 6 of the same bedside tables. Again, I can always use the basic structure, and in the future maybe put another type of drawer on top. Probably have to build that myself, because I couldn't find anything that is like 35, 36 centimeters wide. After that, I needed to build myself 1 more double clothes rack for the second apartment. Well, such a clothes rack has 192 pieces, so that was quite a lot of work. And then there is in one apartment a small clothes rack, and I had 2 more clothes racks for another room to build, and again 1 shoe rack. Varnishing was one of the things I really underestimated. You have a lot of pieces, a lot of corners. So I took the advice of one of the comments, and I varnished everything separately before putting it all together. I didn't manage to build all the 12 pieces in 1 week. In fact, I needed another couple of days, like 3 days. I am really, really happy that I used this month of February to upgrade my apartments. So I'm really happy that I used the month of February, cold, rainy days, to build all these furniture pieces, 21 in total. So I'm almost done. The apartments are all in place. I probably need 1 more day to finish some details. And I'm quite sure I'll find a day between working in the garden when I just want to do something else, or maybe it's a rainy day or a cold day, to finish the last details. Also ordered something online, so I'm waiting for it to be delivered. And well, we can move forward to the next project, which is the garden. cute. I can use them in my own apartment. So let's see. Oh, wow, much better, good height. So it makes sense to put together everything that I have prepared and then put them in the apartments. Then concentrate on the last two clothes racks and then look at the kitchens and fit all the skirting boards upstairs. Of course I'm not gonna hang a mirror here. What was I thinking? But really, if you find yourself on Instagram, check my account, The Reel. I couldn't upload it as a short on YouTube because it was blocked all around the world due to the fact that I was using this song from CZ Top. It's quite funny if you ever want to see me in something else than work clothes. So, where have you been today? Locked up in an apartment, huh? Because I was going in and out and you couldn't wait to go in. You probably slept on one of the beds. Man, I really like it. Really nice. I had to change the design again, of course, otherwise it's not going to fit. So the legs are in front instead of on the side. Now I have to make the other one. Well, I'll be done by the end of the week, really. Yes, I have to check a little bit if they fit. Yeah, I think it's a better solution. So I can put one piece in the back here and then fix it to the wall. Of course, if you want to really make it pretty, I can maybe put something here on the top. Yeah, I couldn't help myself, you know, it just looks a little bit more finished like that. Of course, it looks more finished like that. Last two pieces. So, chin chin, prost. Well, I guess we know the drill by now. 3 more pieces, 2 coats. Monday 1 coat, Tuesday 2nd coat. I'll leave it dry tonight, tomorrow I can put it away. Ha! Oh, it's better like that, the mirror on the wall. The corner you don't see anything, but you know what? If you don't do that corner, one day you have a change of heart. And then you find out that you've been sloppy and you didn't finish that part. Mamma mia. Mamma mia, che bello, eh? Oh, it takes the better half of a day, no, even a 1 day to fix all the skirting boards. But I don't know. now it's done. Oh. Yay. Yeah man, so the job is done. Furniture finished. I'm not gonna build anything anymore. There are a couple of missing pieces for the kitchens, but I ordered them in Jeff Bezos' candy store. It's gonna be a sunny day. So in the morning I can clean everything up. And then maybe I'll take a day off before I go into the garden. Can't wait. It's been waiting for me for quite a long time, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? And so the first two prototypes ended up being part of this apartment. Well. So I think it turned out really nice. This is the studio apartment. We have the kitchen. Very handy. And I have two of these left, so I hung them. And I'll buy a couple more for the other two apartments. You can even hang your coat. And then we have our lovely bedside tables. And there's still this beautiful ceiling fan. I bought another one of these two for another apartment. It's really nice. You can hang 2 or 3 glasses, a couple of bottles of wine. And there she is, the copy of the clothes rack with the mirror on the wall. Yeah man, much better. And that's the other apartment. So got one of these two, and here I'm gonna hang 2 small racks for herbs, coffee, etc. The mirror is on the wall. It's much better like that, come on. Yeah man. I love this apartment really. It's so cozy. And those bedside tables, they turned out really nice. So this is the third apartment, and the same goes for this kitchen. 2 racks, one on the left, one on the right. So I can organize a little bit, you know, this. I don't like it, it's a bit cluttered. Yeah. Anyway, I'm so happy I did the skirting boards, really. It tops it off. And this is really nice too, like an entrance with a shoe rack. Really, the skirting boards, they are like the finishing touch. Now I still have to do that part, but I do have a solution, and it will take me like half a day to go through all the apartments. Yeah, and then we have this bedroom. It's lovely, really lovely. Fits very well, you know. And there is a little thing, there's a small detail, you know, and there is a small detail. I knew I had to fit the skirting boards, so when I built the furniture, I already thought about how to fix it to the wall in a way that I have 2 centimeters in the back, which is a little bit bigger than the skirting board itself, but it means that the legs are against the skirting board and everything is straight. It's a detail that I kind of love. Missing item, I need to put a nice mirror on the wall and maybe something, I don't know, some kind of piece of art. Yeah. And then we have the fourth apartment. Don't look at the mess because I Still have to clean it up a little bit, and I had some things that I bought. So we have the bedside tables, and probably the clothes rack that is most fitting and fantastic. I mean, I have like a half a centimeter left, but we have this area which used to be the original entrance. You can see the beam here still. The entrance would have been maybe until here, and it was probably the biggest job ever to open this part and fit in a door with all the stones on top. I also bought a new ceiling fan with the light, and lovely again. And you see, I fitted that one at the right height, so I could fix it to the wall. And there is, well, it was practically a vegetarian month, and the furniture is finished. Put everything in place. Fantastic. So I figured to celebrate today and tomorrow one more quiche. I've been trying my hand on a couple of recipes, and I actually like the one that is all vegetarian. It's like the best. With broccoli and other veggies inside, some onion, and then I top it off with some gorgonzola. Mwah. Right, that is for the wall. It will disappear in the coming months. Oh, what a space. All clean, ready to accommodate the next project. I'm quite sure nobody has an idea what the next project will be here, but it's gonna be interesting. Lots of space.